self-taught visual artist, Ini Olua, and a fast-rising art incubator and creative director of Iriri Studios.
Singer-songwriter and the ladies' heartthrob, Rika Sani, will be joining us, of course, virtually this morning. Talk to us about what he's been up to this past few weeks.
This kind of energy you need in the morning. So wake up to tunes. Can you people sing? Can you sing?
It's not hard.
It's not hard. I want to hear that.
No, it's Mike that will be singing to you.
Melodies.
It's not hard. Are you singing it?
Okay, so talk about, I'm really curious about this ginger thing that you keep drinking. Is it safe? Like you drink ginger more than anybody that I know.
Oh wow! See, let me advertise this ginger for people. See, my people, when you put, it's very safe. At least if you do your research,
right?
You see that it's high in vitamins. And right now, to be honest, I think just pump yourself with all the vitamins that you know that is natural. I'm not saying that all those processed ones are not good, but I feel like when you get it from the natural source, it's safe. I know that I can be extra. That's why I keep it overnight.
Oh.
Keep it overnight. What you feel?
Yes, it's not
you don't get you high. You not be.
It was sickness that was not looking for trouble.
You will die.
Yeah, calm down.
I say,
it's just small sneezing now.
He said, I won't stay away from me. So please be like me. Blend your ginger in the night and drink it in the morning. I will fight this coronavirus.
So what happens over the night? Does it eat too?
I'm inside the ginger with it.
What else you had inside the ginger?
I had lemon. I squeezed a whole lemon.
Okay.
And then after squeezing it, I now cut it and pull out so I don't know the English, but I call it chom chom. I pull out the chom chom.
So all this your packaging.
And then I put
apple
cider.
Please, there's somebody that is watching, right?
And
maybe you have an ulcer or anything. Please don't take this advice.
Don't take it. You could take it, but maybe in very minimum quantity. Just very little, but I took
the fiber, the roughage, is that what you're talking about?
It's all our school.
Chom chom.
You
What's
put
chom
away
chom?
to school. It's chom chom. For my normal people like me, that we don't have like all the levels of education, it's chom chom.
Okay.
But people went to school, the fiber.
From inside the lemon. You take that out of the lemon.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you have to say again?
So after lemon, what else?
That's where you have like where you chew the high quality.
Okay, so one extreme, the pepperishness,
you see?
Pepperity. The pepperishness of ginger. Then the other extreme, the sourness. The sourness of extreme sourness of lemon.
Then you now top it up with the conkiness of apple cider.
Good.
Vinegar.
Good.
And you drink it. Whoa.
So where did you get this concoction? Where did you?
So I read about lemon. It's simple. I read about lemon.
Okay.
I read about ginger. I read about apple cider, and I say, you know what? Let's add it together and drink.
So when we were growing up, I know you didn't take mango and coke.
No, how we take mango and coke?
You do okay. You
never
heard the urban legend.
Mango and coke. Mango and Gary.
You never mango and Gary.
Straight.
Cyanide and mango.
No.
So there's some combinations. There's some things that alone they're okay.
Okay.
And this is medically certified. But come together.
Mango and
one shall chase 1,000. 2,
shall
10,000. 3, 100,000. And the way you're going overnight, 1 million.
1 million. We're good.
When you now put everything, you now add overnight. That's 1 million. So you have to be careful. I just want to say that maybe check in with maybe a dietitian or someone. No, really. You should.
No, but I actually did. Remember Ask Dams that was here a few months ago? She did actually recommend it to me. But I just wanted to feel like a pro for 2 minutes, for Christ's sake. I felt like a pro. I mean, you all listen to me. So I'm like a professional on this course. But shout out to Ask Dams. She gave me the recommendation.
Oh, so perfect.
Yeah,
so maybe I'll try. You bring some.
So you didn't believe me.
I didn't say I didn't believe you.
Until I told you that, wow, this life. Lord, let me shine so bright.
Beautiful. The combination of lemon and ginger with apple cider.
That thing, it sounds corrosive.
Acidic, as in very high.
So that I feel like if you pour here, this brown can change. But hey, come on, it's time for the news.
Yes.
Yomi has us on that one.
Yeah, now we're taking the news. And of course, there's been quite a number of things that we've been following in the news since yesterday.
Yeah,
quite a bit.
Quite a
and remember, even yesterday, there was this issue with Dan Foster, the OAP. We'll talk about that later on as well. Yes. But we're going to be starting the news this morning talking about Nigeria's Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, who has put the cost of renovating the Moshood Biola National Stadium, Abuja, at around $5 million. The minister stated this during a recent inspection tour of the facility and added that the funds for the stadium's repair would be sourced through public-private partnership. Dare added that the ministry is reviewing processes involved in handling the project. He, however, urged Nigerians to be patient. Now, Lille manager Chris... all right, we're going to be calling for a break now, and we'll be right back with more on Wake Up Nigeria News. Welcome back. Still the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, we're staying with the upcoming elections in Edo State. The Independent National Electoral Commission says the 15 political parties that have indicated interest to contest must conclude their primaries in the next 10 days. Chairman of the agency, Mahmoud Yakubu, insists the deadline for the conduct of the primary election will not be extended beyond the 27th of June. He says while the conduct of the primaries will be the sole responsibility of the political parties, electoral officials will monitor the process as required by law. The chairman also insists that every eligible candidate must meet conditions provided in relevant sections of the Constitution. These constitutional requirements entail that a candidate nominated by a political party must be a Nigerian citizen by birth and must have attained the age of 35 years. A candidate must be a member of a sponsored or sponsored by a political party and must be educated up to at least school certificate level or equivalent. INEC says adherence to these clear constitutional provisions is compulsory in order to avoid the unnecessary litigations that follow the nomination of candidates, some of which are still pending before the courts. Now, the federal government has concluded plans to concession 10 major highways in the country. Minister of Works Babatunde Fashola stated this on Wednesday while presenting details of the project to the National Assembly Joint Committee on Works. Mr. Fashola says the project, titled Highway Development and Management Initiative, is anchored on a private sector engagement. The minister maintained that investors will carry out the development and management of the road networks. He says the rationale behind the private sector engagement is that it would provide an avenue to mitigate paucity of funds, which has hindered roads development in the past. The minister says the first phase of the project will attract a capital investment of 163.3 billion naira at a cost of about 16 billion naira per each for the 10 roads. And Kano State government, Abdullahi Ganduje, says the party is very conscious about the legal aspect of the disqualification of his counterpart in Edo State, Godwin Obaseki. Governor Ganduje disclosed this while responding to questions from journalists during a media parley. He's optimistic that the APC will win the election in Edo State, as it is perfecting all plans in that respect.
If the national headquarters, as far as Kano State is concerned, is doing all what it takes in order to see for the success of APC in Edo State election.
Well, that's it on the news update for this hour.
Maybe about a year ago, I did an exercise advised by one of my spiritual teachers. She's late now, Louise Hay. And it's an exercise, a brutal exercise, where you take a part of your life, you write down the name of every single person who you remember who has hurt you in that area of your life, and you forgive them. You literally imagine them getting into your heart, and you receive them, and you forgive them. But you know what the most powerful part of that exercise is? I did it. As I was forgiving everybody, I forgive you. Oh, it was a very long list, and it was about relationships. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. And I realized, but actually the person I most need to forgive is myself. And I wrote down, I forgive myself for the desperation, the insecurity, and the neediness that made me allow these people to treat me with such disregard and such contempt. And I promise my beautiful spirit that I will never allow that to happen again, because I deserve better. When I did that, I realized that as soon as I forgave myself, it was easy to forgive everybody else, because what happened was I took responsibility for allowing myself not understand the boundaries to my own heart and the boundaries to my own spirit. Some of us are busy getting angry at so many people for cheating or breaking our hearts, when the person we should forgive is ourselves for allowing that happen in the very first place.
Morning once again, everybody.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
It's getting colder and colder.
Yes.
Yeah, the rains it's been predicted to even be higher than last year.
Yeah.
So, and from what I'm seeing, I don't know if we took proactive measures, because the other day was just, I think it was on Obakan Way, it wasn't so much of rain, but the flooding.
Flood was crazy.
So it was just so much. So the drainages and all of that, I don't know how much of work has been done behind the scene, but it doesn't look like it's been so much. So floodings are to be expected as normal. And personally, or by yourself, whatever you can do to ensure that, check your house, you're going, you're putting, sometimes maybe it's wood or it's zinc or something by your door, because you can just go out and you come back and your house has turned into something. So you just do what you can.
Your house is floating.
You understand?
Or the things inside.
The things inside are floating. So
I legit imagine my house floating.
the rains.
Just your mattress on one side, and then pots and pans.
What happened? The experience I had, the last one about was, I think it was a leakage.
Oh, right.
It was very heavy rain. Wow. So some people even tore some roofs. So my own was it. I just came in and I also opened the door. And so the night before, I slept in the living room. So the phone was just there. I just left it there. And just come back and, when you soak bread inside tea. Now you took bread inside tea. How the tea used to be, and not the touching. Those local kind of soaking, the type of used to do. You soak me better. So I jumped up there. And the moment I was like that, I say, wow. That kind of reality that just dawned on you. You can't do anything for like the first 10 minutes.
You can't do anything.
I just sat down, I was looking at the whole place. Okay. I just first of all called, because the team was looking like rain wants to fall again. I just come and I say, this rain. So we have to fix the roof and everything. But yeah, it can be a very, very.
it can be very daunting, even from the ones from last year. I mean, I still remember pictures of people harrowing experiences.
Yes.
In places on the outskirts of Lagos, Ikorodu, where flooding had taken place. People could not even go home.
Yeah.
Kids couldn't come out to go to school.
Okay.
Because you had very high levels of water in places like Ikorodu, some areas in Alagbado as well. So I mean, those places that are prone to flooding, they already kind of know those areas because some of them are slopey areas, so the water flows from another direction. So those areas, they should pay attention and just make sure that.
But I think if communities can even come together to clear the drainages, because if we say let's wait for government, all of us will just be waiting together. I think it's just best for communities to come together. If you live in an estate, say, oh, you know what, this Saturday, let's divide ourselves, let's clear our drainages. Because the truth is, the government people, whoever it is that we're always referring to, are living in their houses, probably there's nothing blocking their drainage systems. Yeah, cool.
And I think it was Abraham Adesanya last year.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh,
in
Nigeria.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
Even
that was
Lekki, phase 1 was
you need to
bad.
like where you confirm people had canoes.
Yeah, remember those videos and pictures of canoes in VI? And people are now renting canoes.
like
Uber canoe.
Like legit.
Yeah.
Because I know that in some areas in Ikorodu, that one, even after the rains have stopped, you still even see some places that are submerged in water for all that long. That's even in those kind of... Then in Surulere, I think last week or 2 weeks back, we saw one, as in you need to see it was takeaway packs.
Wow.
It was multi. You know this when you go to some resorts where kids they jump on this stuff that has balloons and all of that.
No.
So
Was it
with
that
many
bad?
colors and all that.
that bad?
So it's you need to see it was a wide expanse stretching for some few hundreds of meters. Like it was a wide expanse, and it was
So it must have been flowing. Must have been flowing from somewhere.
and it was colorful.
It was, wow,
It was colorful. I'm telling you, you needed to see multicolor. You know that and it mostly take away packs.
And actually,
You can eat it that soon, yeah. For father boy.
Actually, in fairness to the government, there are some locations that were really bad last year that they worked on earlier this year during the dry season.
Yeah.
There's one location called Obawole.
Okay.
That I heard that I've never been to that area before, but I keep hearing about it. That
Where is it?
really gets.
The area is terrain.
It's very
It's valley terrain. It's like this.
So
what does Bawale mean, sir?
Yeah, literally, I'm not sure whether that's the literal.
Okay.
That's actually what it means. But king. Okay, well.
King entered ground.
Yeah.
Okay. You know my Yoruba is not the best.
Just try.
Why do I feel like you want to make jokes with me?
I don't want to make jokes with you.
Oba Owole.
Yeah, you
The
see.
king entered
So I knew that the name has something to do with the area. I just knew. See, because that place, if you are here like this, you'll be seeing the other side. You say, if you are on one
Exactly.
side,
Yeah.
Are you serious?
you will see.
It's like a valley.
It's like starts
like
from
a
different
valley,
sides.
but houses are built at the bottom
the
of the
bottom.
valley.
At the bottom,
So
yes.
that's a disaster waiting to happen when it comes to flooding.
Flooding, yeah.
So, but what the government has done, they said that apparently there are some bridges in the area.
Oh, okay.
So they've cleared the bridges, and then they've also done some construction where water can flow. So when there's heavy rain, the water can now flow out of the community into the massive drainages that they've constructed. So hopefully that works this year.
Amen.
You know,
You know the funny thing about some of those areas? When I went to some of those areas, you know those places I used to see in movies, all those, when you're hiking in the mountain, all those mountain houses, all those Chinese movies then. We have houses like that here. In the ravine.
Yeah.
Ravine, and you see major crater, or what they call it now. You see a major one in ravine, and you see houses that you have to come down and you'll be using, I'm telling you, and climb up by the side.
and then houses with stilts, houses on
As
stilts
in,
in
there's some
different
people,
locations.
there's some places that you see, like, when
In
if you're
this
house
Lagos.
hunting and all that, when some agents will carry you. When they,
Well, sorry. What do you tell your agents you're looking for? They take you to
those agents, you've not seen those videos. Agent that will tell you that this house will soon be complete. Just once you pay, no.
Is your money to use? Is your money to use to finish building?
You need to see access to some places for to stay in.
Yeah.
And you know, it's inside a canal. Like you see a correct canal, and you see houses by the side. Like you have to go down and climb up. I'm like,
All is for survival.
how do
people survive?
So that area has a lot of this kind of you see canals like that. You see
deep,
the ravine, and then you see houses.
deep areas. Another area that I know of. I don't know how I know all these areas.
I'm just surprised.
There's an area called Agbele Kale.
You are well traveled.
After when you're going on the Lagos Abeokuta Expressway.
Okay.
So that's after Abule Egba and all of that.
Yeah.
It's really deep. Like, oh my goodness. It's a bit like Obawale, not as bad, but it's almost like a community that's cut off from the main community. So if let's say you're going to someone's house in that area, you take a bike, the bike will stop somewhere in the middle. You cross like a gully.
Okay.
Then you now take another bike on the other
Wait,
side.
how
So
do you cross-
you
how
are
do you
now
cross the
in
gully? Like you
another
jump?
community. Yeah, you jump now.
Oh wow.
You either jump or you go through. You just follow the path because people know the area.
Yeah, okay.
So you just follow where people are following. Then you come out on the other side. Then you now take another bike to where you're going.
Okay.
Oh man,
Since everybody's saying their stories, let me tell you my own story. So where I served in Ogun State, it wasn't that traumatic.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was this one experience I had that I'll never forget. The very first day I went there, I drove, and then they told me to, at one point, when my car was making one funny sound, I knew I had to stop. Then I now saw a keke, and the keke was doing tombulu. You know tombulu?
What?
It was not tumbling. It was doing tombulu. The one doing
why are you disgracing your upbringing like this?
Yes.
Because there's some words that best express what. Now they said tombulu.
So that's how it was moving.
It was doing, and then I'm there feeling for everybody there. But this is the interesting part. Everybody in the keke held onto something. It's like it was expected.
Oh,
like when it gets to a certain point, the keke would tumble. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's how bad the roads were.
I'm sorry, you are correct. Tombulu. That's not.
What? That's how bad the roads.
It would tumble.
It would tumble.
Yeah,
and then,
no.
I'm serious.
No.
I just want to call the area.
No.
I'm serious. It was that bad.
When you say tumble, do you mean tumble?
As I said tombulu, as in pugudum. You see if I've not seen anything. I'm not exaggerating. I tell you.
And you were inside.
No, not me. I said I saw people.
You know,
It didn't happen
sometimes we
to me.
journalists at times
I'm not exaggerating.
we can too do sometimes.
No, that was my NYC experience.
I don't believe that story.
On that Tombulu
you
note,
people have to believe me because I'm not lying. If Mike and Yomi were saying stilts and they were saying gullies and they were crosses, not my Tombulu people. Please use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC and tell me if you believe my Tombulu story versus their stilts and the Obawale and the... Please, they were tumbling.
All right, we'll take a break now. When we get back, giving you your birthday shout-outs.
Now, you know, it's always a roller coaster of activities here on the show, and there's never a dull moment.
Yes, we take an unreserved pride in knowing what you have, in knowing what to give you, really. The very best of content to look forward to on TV every morning when you wake up.
Yeah, we remain strong and dedicated to our commitment to be here as long as you are there with us.
Yes.
Tuning in every single day.
Yeah, at this point, we urge you to remain committed to your personal safety. I know them, you may have made jokes about my ginger recipe. I'm sure trying to be safe. So now
it's not just ginger, it's ginger, lemon,
and apple cider vinegar.
It's a deadly combo.
That kills coronavirus, but don't take my word for it. Now, if you have to be up and about, please make sure you do all the necessary precautions. Wear your face mask, physical distancing, sanitize, wash your hands as many times as possible.
Very important, very important. Please stay safe. My name is Yomi Ope.
And I am Tokwe Olonio. Remember, you can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Now, the TVZ app remains available for download free of charge, both on the Android and iOS stores. And this app lets you watch us anywhere you are in the world.
Yeah, now for more exciting videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, tvcentertainment.tv on YouTube, of course. And you can join us on Instagram. Did you know about that? Every Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Now, it's something extra that we have for you. You can see us talking to your favorite celebrities. You can ask questions, and you might just get to be on the live with us.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, you know, we started our kitchen this week, and it's been really nice, really exciting. Our chefs are coming back.
Yes.
And guess who's in the kitchen this morning?
Nathaniel! Now he's here to make our mouths water this very wet Thursday.
I hope he's waving. Is he waving at us? Okay,
wave
there
at
he
us.
is.
If you don't wave, you shall wave food.
Anyway, we're going to be talking to him later on, and he's going to be showing us what he's got for us on the show. But before then, on tech, digital innovator Adeboale Owoshene will be discussing the use of ICTs in uncertain times. That will be in a moment.
And then on art display, we have a self-taught visual artist, Ini Oluwa, and fast-rising art incubator and creative director of Iriri Studios.
Singer-songwriter and ladies heartthrob Rika Sani will be joining us virtually. Find out what he's been up to this past few months.
So bad.
Rika Sani there, very talented guy, yeah.
So, yeah, it will be amiss for us to not give a in memoriam, of course, for a major player in the broadcast industry in Nigeria as a whole. Yeah. Dan Foster, who passed on yesterday due to COVID-19 related complications and all of that. I mean, Dan Foster is someone that if he didn't affect you directly, then indirectly he did. I mean, if you didn't work with him as a broadcaster, you listened to him growing up. In fact, there's a whole generation, almost every OAP I know, almost everybody on radio at one point had some recourse to be impacted by his life, by what he taught, by what, because, he moved from the US to Nigeria. He did a lot when it comes to setting up things when it had to do with the radio and the industry and all of that. And
an amazing guy, and he had a vivacious, infectious personality. Really brought people close to himself. He really transformed the industry. I mean, I remember when he started, I think it was 99 that he came into the country. He actually came with 2 or 3 other Americans. They started a radio station, but he's the one who decided, you know what, I love this country and I'm going to stay.
I'm going to stay back.
And he stayed.
And he stayed back, exactly.
He really transformed that, especially the morning belt of radio, where, initially it was just drab and boring and all of that, but he just came and gave it life.
Gave it life. So exactly, that morning belt, I personally, a number of people I know that worked with him, he had worked in like 4 or 5 stations, transformed. The concept now that we have now for money, it's still, from the template that he set. So it's a celebration of what he did, and quite sad. We just we have to take care. He'll be missed, and we really do have to take care this time.
So he had so many firsts. Remember caller number 9.
Exactly.
You win something. So he started anything giveaways in Nigeria. Dan Foster started it. And then the Bell of Blessing. So when you're a first-time caller, say anything first-time caller. When you say I'm a first-time caller, that was Dan Foster.
That was Dan Foster.
Then you ring a Bell of Blessing for you.
These are things that OAP still
prank calls.
Prank calls.
It was Dan Foster that started it. I mean, forget. I mean, I can list 20 things that Dan Foster started on radio.
Man, I know. But hey, okay, all right. It's time for us, of course, to head over to the news. And Ibrahim, who is giving us some disappearing acts once in a while like that, is back this morning. Hello, Ibrahim.
It's absolutely interesting this morning. The driver came, I was standing on the other side of the road, and I just couldn't cross to him because the flooding was just too much.
Oh, wow.
So I had to tell him to go, so find my way later.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ibrahim.
Right to the news, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control reported 587 new cases of COVID-19 from 18 states overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 17,735. Lagos recorded the highest figure with 155 new cases, followed by Edo with 75 cases, FCT 67, Rivers 65, Oyo 56, Delta 50, Bayelsa 25, Plateau and Kaduna 18 new cases each. Enugu recorded 17 cases, Borno and Ogun 12. Ondo 7, Kwara 4, Kano and Gombe each had 2 new cases, while Sokoto and Kebbi had 1 case each. A total of 5,967 people have been discharged, while 469 persons have died from COVID-19 related complications. The upcoming governorship election in Edo State, as the Independent National Electoral Commission says, the 15 political parties that have indicated interest to contest must conclude their primaries in the next 10 days. Chairman of the agency, Mahmoud Yakubu, insists the deadline for the conduct of the primary election will not be extended beyond the 27th of June. He says while the conduct of the primaries will be the sole responsibility of political parties, electoral officials will monitor the process as required by law. The chairman also insists that every eligible candidate must meet conditions provided in relevant section of the Constitution. This constitutional requirement entails that a candidate nominated by a political party must be a Nigerian citizen by birth and must have attained the age of 35 years. A candidate must be a member of and sponsored by a political party and must be educated up to at least school certificate level or equivalent. INEC says adherence to these clear constitutional provisions is compulsory in order to avoid the unnecessary litigations that follow the nomination of candidates, some of which are still pending before the courts. The federal government has concluded plans to concession 10 major highways in the country. Minister of Works Babatunde Fashola stated these on Wednesday while presenting details of the project to the National Assembly Joint Committee on Works. Mr. Fashola says the project titled Highway Development and Management Initiative is anchored on the private sector engagement. The minister maintained that investors would carry out the development and management of the road networks. He says the rationale behind the private sector engagement is that it would provide an avenue to mitigate paucity of funds, which has hindered roads development in the past. The minister says the first phase of the project will attract a capital investment of 163.323 billion naira at the cost of about 16 billion naira per each of 10 roads. And Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje says the party is very conscious about the legal aspect of the disqualification of his counterpart in Edo State, Godwin Obaseki. Governor Ganduje disclosed this while responding to questions from journalists during a media parley. He is optimistic that the APC will win the election in Edo State as it is perfecting our plans in that respect.
The national headquarters, as far as Kano State is concerned, is doing all what it takes in order to see for the success of APC in Edo State election.
And that's a news update for this hour.
Well, it's time for us to take a second look at the newspaper headlines. It's Thursday, June 18th, 2020.
Yes. We're starting off with the Punch today. We have Obaseki Tambuwal Secondus meet perfect defection plan. You can see that on page 2. Also, we have confusion in APC as 2 acting national chairmen emerge. Party may expel Giadom for declaring self-chair to replace Oshomole. Ajimobi sues for peace, says National Executive Council will meet soon. There's a photo story, or there are photo stories here, showing a recent collapse of buildings here in Lagos State. We also have 2 children dying as a result of the Lagos building collapse during downpour. $6.3 million fraud, 6 Nigerians placed on FBI most wanted list. Political feel north violence, restructuring campaigners selfish, Anglican primate. Inflation climbed higher in May, hit 12.40%. At the bottom of the paper, we have NNPC continues all search in Niger, Kwara, and Kogi State. Lightning kills 3 FRSC officials in Ogun State. Boyfriend flees as FUOYE girlfriend dies after rice meal. Ogun Commissioner, workers in self-isolation after driver tested positive. To the top of the paper, we have fuel consumption smuggling gulp 54 million litres per day, says NNPC. Federal government unveils fresh plans on concession of 10 highways, says Fashola. Atiku is ill-informed. Federal government faults ex-vice president on death profile. Finally, we have Balarebe kidnap Kingpin Wadume are close friends, says ex-DCO. Can read this and more in the Punch newspaper for today.
All right, we've got The Nation next. APC OKs Ajimobi as chair, sacks Giadom from NWC. Adaman doctors kick against intimidation. And Edo Ondo, no deadline extension, says INEC. Killings, GNI calls for action, not warning. Naira falls as federal government plans unified exchange rate. Inflation now 12.4%. And finally, on the cover of The Nation this Thursday, COVID-19 global cases now stand at 8.3 million globally. Deaths, 450,000 plus. Recoveries, the good news part, of 4.3 million recoveries worldwide. And in Nigeria, 17,000 cases, and recoveries stand at 5,967. That's it on The Nation.
Moving on to The Guardian, this morning we have confusion as APC gets 4 chairmen in one day. Photo stories showing Ajimobi, Giadom, Etta, and Shuaibu. We also have WHO endorses dexamethasone for treating chronic COVID-19 cases. Sultan indicts federal government for pervasive insecurity, urges immediate action. Senate flays NNPC over outrageous subsidy expenditure. Enugu confirms 19 new COVID-19 cases, shuts hospital over rising workers' infection. ETA Gyadom in battle of wits, lawyers dare NWC on Ajimobi, no extension of deadlines on Ondo gubernatorial polls, INEC vows. Finally, federal government okays 27 billion naira bailout for local airlines sector. Offers soft loans, VAT removal, free COVID-19 tests as palliatives. You can read this and more in the Guardian newspaper for today.
Yeah, the Sun headlines still on the APC crisis. Aftermath of Oshomole's suspension, confusion as Ajimobi Gyadom fight for APC chair. Obaseki's disqualification also bone of contention, and NWC insists on ex-Oyo governor. Again, Lagos produces best 2020 UTME candidate with 365. That's good news. Unilag tops list with 5. Edo Guba, INEC insists on the submission of candidates' names on June 29th. And a court hears suit against Izeyamu's membership of APC on Friday. And U.S. names 6 Nigerians in wire fraud, identity theft, access device. And that's what we have on the Daily Sun.
I'm guessing that's all we can take for
this
morning.
We're going to be going over to the Garden for fitness. And after that, I think we have some kitchen.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. As you can see, lately I've been working from home and I'm here for you and still your #1 breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Ben Fit. Today is going to be just a little bit body conditioning and I want you to repeat this exercise for 4 good times. Take your time. Each exercise lasts for 30 seconds and recovery period for 15 seconds. So if you're watching this, come on, don't just watch. I want you to stand up and let's work out. All right, your very first exercise, you take it up, give me some walking. Your knees down, double push up. That's good. Take it up and out. Whew. Let's repeat this exercise. Go. Come on. Double push up. Good job. Plank and take it up. But for those that can challenge, I give you double push-up. That's good. And okay, stop. I told you recover for 15 seconds. Your next exercise is going to be lunge. All right, forward lunge. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Take it up and switch. Take your time and switch. You can as well condition your hand. Keep your core tight. Keep going. Don't forget, each exercise lasts for 30 seconds and you recover for 15 seconds. Keep going, you're almost there. Keep pushing. Of course, where can you get this? Wake Up Nigeria. You're almost there. Come on, come on. That's good. And stop. Good job. Relax it, relax it, relax it. Your next exercise, I take it forward and give you some reverse crunch, reverse lunge. Are you ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Take it back. Up. Good job. Come on, don't stop. Keep going. As you can see. Woo. Yes, yes, yes. That's good, that's good, that's good. These are exercises you can do in your living room. No gym, no problem. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's good, you're almost there. Keep pushing. Awesome. Good job. You have 3 seconds. Come on. And the last one. Relax it. I have 2 more exercises for you. I want you to do this exercise and trust me, you are good. All right? All the way down. And take it side. Up. And you crunch. Go. That's 1. Keep going. That's good. Awesome. That's good. That's good. Yes, for those that can't go on this space, always remember you have every grace to hold it down. Up, down. Woo. That's good. And stop. Alright? Another thing is, anything you do to the right side, you have to make it balance to the other side too. Are you ready? Always remember, up, high side plank, and alternate. That's good. Come on, go, 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 go. Yes. As I've told you earlier on, if you can hold it tight this way, just make sure, hold, hop, and in. Good job. That's good. Come on. Ooh. You're almost there. Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, good job. The last exercise. Whew. I want you to give me that visit. Take it up. Woo. That's good. Come on, go. Yes. That's it, that's it. Good job. Hold it tight. It's not easy, man. But trust me, you can actually do it. Let's go, let's go. 3 seconds. For those that can't hold it tight, you make sure your elbow is down. Keep your legs straight and focus. You're almost there. 10 seconds to go. Come on, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's good, that's good. I want you to repeat this exercise 4 good times. Each exercise lasts for 30 seconds and you rest for 15 seconds. Still your #1 breakfast show. Don't go anywhere. The show continues.
Welcome to the kitchen. We have Chef Nathaniel with us this morning.
Yo.
This is so colorful. Tell me, what are we preparing this morning?
So today we are preparing Natido's tostones and avocado salsa.
Wait, Natido's toast stones.
Tostones is a Mexican kind of plantain.
You have come. You have brought Mexico to Nigeria today.
I like their
and you always
cuisine.
Like plantain.
Yeah.
You always like
it's
plantain.
Always flexible.
It's
so
flexible, yeah? Okay, so what's toast stones about?
Toast stones is about frying unripe plantain twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
What we frying it twice?
That is the traditional way. You would fry it, then you now mash it.
Oh, okay.
You now fry it again.
Again?
Yes.
But if we fry it once, doesn't it get hard? Considering it's even unripe.
No, so you don't use the green unripe one. You can use one that's like this one is mixed semi, so it's not fully ripe.
It's not fully ripe, fully unripe. Okay.
So by the time you fry it, you now mash it kind of to spread very well. Then you now fry it again.
Fry it again. Good thing we're
so
going to be
a little bit crispy.
Crispy. Oh, okay. It's interesting to know we're going to be here. So you definitely want to watch the entire process. We have onions.
We have onions. We have our avocado.
Avocado. Okay.
We have plantain.
Yes.
Then we have chicken.
Chicken breast or
just chicken breast just by the side.
Okay.
Then we have seasoning. Steak.
Any particular seasoning in particular or
just flavor, like this one is mixed herbs.
Okay.
This one is steak seasoning. Don't use for barbecue. And this one is like a chicken seasoning. While our carrot and cucumber is just for garnish.
Garnishing.
Then we have vegetable oil, bell peppers.
Must it be vegetable oil?
Because we're frying this.
Oh, okay. So if people who want to use olive oil,
you can also use it too. But people are not really used to olive oil in Nigeria. So whenever you are cooking a different recipe for people, you must consider who you are cooking for the target market and everything. So you don't cook what people are not used to.
Yes, true.
Eat it,
so what are we starting with? Let's delve right in.
Chicken.
Okay. So we're is it because it's chicken breast we're frying straight?
It's because if once you fry the plantain, I don't want it to get too cold.
Okay.
So the plantain will be the last thing
that would attend to. Has this been marinated or
that's what we're going to do
now?
now. So just while this is getting ready.
or marinating with the seasoning.
Yes, then a little bit of onions.
So why is there a reason why you didn't marinate before coming, or
just
marinating
to show
here
everyone
doesn't
the process?
The process.
Yeah.
So you could still marinate a few minutes before frying, and it still flies. Okay, okay. So people at home, you could definitely try this. So it's just the seasoning. You're not using spices. You're not using seasoning cubes.
No, no, no.
Okay.
This has everything already.
So now, considering the blood that comes out of chicken, do you use lemon or anything, or the frying would sort all that out?
Kind of sort everything out.
Okay.
Because it's not really deep frying like that.
Okay, yeah.
So just to season everything out.
Okay. So is that an alternative for chicken, just for people at home?
You can actually, I just decided to use chicken just by the side, so it's not,
okay,
so you can even use fish or just make it
I think
more colorful.
Fish would not be bad.
Yeah, you can
marinating it as well.
Exactly, and you can even grill it.
Grill it, yes. Oh, put some pepper, rodo, hot.
Or just use all those fire. Oh Lord, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I'll just test
to see if that's hot.
So then just grate some garlic.
Okay. I'll just probably take this away for you.
Yeah.
So now, how much would this cost approximately?
It's less than, okay, excluding chicken.
Excluding chicken.
With 1,000 or less, you can.
With 1,000 or less. Now this is, you know what? It's good that now plantains are in season. Yeah. So this is something that you should be able to create at home. I mean, if you're still at home and working from home remotely, you want to try having an interesting food. And the beautiful thing about
this is that it's an alternative to the regular dodo.
Dodo, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm really waiting to see how this turns out.
I used to frying dodo or boiling it, so you can actually try this out. It's a nice breakfast, especially if you are working at home.
Oh yeah,
with a laptop.
Remember there was this time you made dodo and then you laced it with gari.
Yeah.
See, that method was like amazing. You know what? There's so much more that's gonna happen in the kitchen. You definitely can see all that is happening. Don't go anywhere. But for now, we have Yomi, who's gonna be taking us away with a quick interview.
Well, thank you so much, Tope. And looks like things are taking shape over in the kitchen there. Now, Make Music is a free celebration of music, which happens around the world every year on the 21st of June, in commemoration of World Music Day. Now, this year's event is slated to hold on the 21st of June, and it will be taking place virtually. Wow. Now, Adeola Akinyemi has joined us via the phone to tell us more about Make Music for this year, and of course the virtual celebrations as well. Now, she is the chairperson of the organizing committee for the Make Music Lagos. Hi, Adeola.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
It's going well. It's a rainy day.
Yeah, it's a rainy day. First, tell us how the last two or 3 months have been for you personally, and for the music industry as well.
Oh, wow. Well, I think for everyone, it's been a challenging time. It's changed the way we live, the way we socialize. But I think that even in the midst of the chaos, people have been able to find, some form of joy, ways of still moving on with life. I think the human race is absolutely resilient. You would think that things will come to a halt. In some ways, some things did come to a halt, but people still were able to move on in one way or the other. And, I think God prepared the internet for us, knowing that this time will come.
Yeah.
That would have something to be able to communicate, to work, life is moving on, despite the challenge. So for me personally, it has been a time of change. Absolutely, looking at the things that are really important in life, we assume that some things we can't do without, and then we realize that when we don't have a choice, we really can't do without them, and just a few things are most important. But it has been challenging, but we thank God for the opportunity to be alive and, to just keep moving on and to just keep doing whatever we can to keep ourselves happy and also be a part of us, of making other people happy as well.
Excellent, excellent. Now, Make Music, it's something, Make Music Lagos has been around for a few years now. Give us a background of this before we talk about what your plans are for the virtual Make Music celebrations for this year. Give us a background of Make Music Lagos.
Okay, so Make Music Lagos is in its 5th year. The Make Music Lagos event is actually a member of the Global Alliance. The Global Alliance is the Make Music Day Alliance with headquarters in New York. They promote the celebration of the World Music Day. So a couple of years ago, I think it was about 5 years ago actually, we got a random email. I got a random email in my office email. My company is an audiovisual company named Showgear, and we're a member of National Association of Music Merchants in the U.S. So they promote the celebration of the World Music Day in the U.S. and some other countries. So they sent us an email saying, oh, please celebrate the World Music Day in your city. And I was like, obviously, this will already be happening in Lagos. So I go to the website, search, I find so many other cities, Togo, many cities in Africa, and I didn't find Lagos. I was amused. I'm like, Lagos is the center of music in Africa. So we reached out to them, and of course, they supported us. And fast forward, 4 years later, we celebrated World Music Day. We celebrated World Music Day every year, and it's been growing.
Yeah.
The first year we had just 2 events. The second year we had about 16 events, and then it's been growing. Last year we had about over 30 events across the city of Lagos.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, last year we partnered with you, and there were a number of events we attended. That was absolutely amazing, all over Lagos. Yeah, and it just gives you this really special feeling, because I mean, Lagos is a very musical city. That's apart from Nigeria being a musical country as well. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Now, this year, what's this year going to look like? Give us a sense of what to expect for Make Music Lagos 2020.
Okay, so deciding whether to celebrate this year was actually very challenging, of course, because of the pandemic. But my team decided we're going to go ahead everywhere. We're going to take advantage of the fact that more people have come online now, and we didn't want to stop the music playing. So this year, all events have been virtual. We actually started 2 days ago on Monday with the Learn to Play event. Yesterday we had an amazing series of DJ events by about 8 different DJs, including DJ Obi, DJ Nana, and a couple of very veteran DJs. So today we're having the Music Business Conference with Godwin and a couple of other people to talk about, how do people in the music industry move on in this era. Tomorrow, which is Friday, we're going to have the DJ party also online. And on Sunday, we're going to have the finale concert, which will also be online. So all events are online, and of course, you can access this through our website, which is the makemusiclagos.org.ng, or on our social media platforms at Make Music Lagos. So every event is online. Some of the events are hosted by the partners on their own pages. The DJs hosted on their pages. It's a community, so it's like the Lagos music community, and we also have people from other states as well who wanted to organize events. So people have it on their pages, and we find out that we can still celebrate music despite what is happening, and the reach has been absolutely amazing. Amazing.
I mean, it's to be expected. It's now that there's a partial lockdown and a curfew and all of that, I'm sure that this is something that many people would want to jump on. So today you have the Business of Music conference taking place.
Yes.
Yes. And so there's been quite, of course, a number of artists who have complained about the lockdown and the fact that, it's affected them in the area of their music. What do you think some of the solutions to this issue of the restrictions on gatherings would be when it comes to the music business, the future of the music business? Is it just going to be exclusively digital, or are there other things that we should be looking forward to?
Yeah, so I was at a conference. I think I was actually at a webinar a couple of days ago. No, yesterday actually. I was speaking with a team in the US, and people were saying that gigs are not going to stop. People like to gather. I mean, it's that social. They are just being in the crowd with friends. That feel cannot be replaced by online. I agree with that, but I dare say that it's a long road getting back there. And what we'll do is, while we're getting back there are options. The internet has offered as an option. For many people in the music industry, right now it's definitely a challenging time. No doubt about that, because gatherings and all kinds of social entertainment has been stopped. there's a hold on it. So what I would say is there are two things you can do. There's smaller ways you can make money and shoot things like content creation, so that the smaller ways you can make money. Sometimes it takes time to get there because it's going to take people some time to start wanting to pay for that. But you will achieve two things if you stay in the game. First of all, you will continue to have your global presence, global visibility, or your brand visibility rather. People will continue to know that, okay, you are around, as opposed to just giving up and saying there's no way to make money, so I'm going to just shut everything down.
All right, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adeola Akiyemi, joining us this morning via phone. Is talking about Make Music Lagos that's going to be virtual. It's virtual already. It's been taking place and it's going to be going into the weekend as well. I wish you all the best and looking forward to it. Now, you can check them out at Make Music Lagos on social media and also makemusiclagos.org.ng. Find out how you can participate in any of the programs. We're going to be taking a quick break now.
In ICT in terms of uncertainty. We started this discussion last week. Dr. Debo, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, so just before...
Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm very good, Quite a cold morning here in Nigeria. Now, just before we move on, can we have a very, very fast recap of what we spoke about last week about using ICT in times of uncertainty? Just a very quick recap.
Okay, so last week... we talked about the fact that it's interesting how people now seems to adopt the use of technology in times of uncertainty. And then we said a few things about disruption, that this adoption of technology is going to cause some level of disruption in businesses, and that a few businesses will go under, and then we're going to see the rise of new business models.
Exactly. All right. So picking up from there, you mentioned something about 3 steps to take, if I can remember clearly, and all of that. Let's pick up from there. So talking about businesses going under and all of that, and people getting prepared for the future, what kind of businesses do you think would go under, and how can those businesses evolve at this point?
Well, yeah, you recall that the last time I was trying to mention about 2 other items.
Yes, you were.
Okay, but before I quickly answer your question, I think that one other thing that this situation we found ourselves we lead to is going to expose our infrastructural deficiencies. Okay, so when I'm talking about infrastructural deficiencies, I'm not talking about brick and mortars alone. This also includes human infrastructure, okay, which again is going to affect the disruptions that we're talking about. All right, so this speaks to the kind of skills that labor will require. So the minimum skills for labor, is going to go up, and then we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we also look at the availability, affordability, and accessibility of other infrastructure like the broadband internet, even PHCN. So these are some of the things that we need to begin to consider. I'm finding it a bit difficult to hear you. Hello?
All right, go ahead. Just continue. Now, you spoke about the other 2 points which you wanted to mention. Let's talk about those 2 points.
Okay, so I just mentioned the second point. And then the third thing is that we need to start taking data governance and ethical issue very seriously, okay? Because this situation is going to lead to massive data generation, all right? So we need to start looking at what the custodians of this data that we are generating, that people are generating unknowingly, what are they doing with this data, So ethics in itself simply speak about what you have the right to do and what is right to do. So I think in this case, we need to start looking at coming up with legislations or things that will ensure that people's rights are protected, when this data are generated, how they use it, how they transfer it, how they store it, and all that.
Now, that is a major challenge we have in these climes, in Nigeria especially. Data storage, data capturing and storage is a major problem. We've not had a census in decades and all of that. As a country, is Nigeria even ready for the world as it is now?
Well, it's difficult to say whether we are ready or not, you know, but then you can just borrow a leaf from what ASU said in this whole pandemic issue, you know. ASU as a body, I read that they said that Nigeria universities is not ready to go online. So if that can be coming from a body such as ASU, then you can imagine, you know, the kind of environment we find ourselves and where we are heading to. So it's not, I can't really say we are ready or we are not ready, but I just think we are somewhere in the middle. Some aspects of the economy seems to be ready, especially the private sector and some of the small businesses, but the public sector and the education and health sector, I am not sure if we are ready.
All right, thank you very much. I wish we had more time, but next time we'll go to another topic. It was a pleasure talking to you this morning. Thank you very much, Dr. Debo.
Thank you so much, too. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Okay. That was it. I personally feel that there's a lot we have to do as a country when it comes to data capturing and also storage. Okay. So talking about capturing and storing, there's some capturing going on in the kitchen there. Natido, what's up with you guys, man? I hope Tokpa has not finished the food before it is done.
Wow, Mike, wow. You know, I have nothing to say to you. I'm capturing what's going on here. As you can see, he's really jealous. Don't mind him. Chef Natido has been up to a lot. Let's do a quick recap for the benefits of our guests that are just joining us.
We're making today Natido's tostones and avocado salsa.
Yes.
So we fried our chicken. We've stir-fried our vegetables with onions. Now we're going to do the salsa. Salsa is just sauce.
Okay.
Just sauce.
So for the benefits of those that are just joining, this is the menu on the screen for Natido's tostones with avocado salsa. We have egg, garlic, onions, chicken, avocado, tomatoes, bell peppers, mixed spices, unripe plantain, and steak seasoning. You can also use whatever seasoning that you have at home.
Yes.
It's pretty something you could cook with 1,000 naira or less. That's without the chicken, of course.
Exactly.
But with the chicken, it would just be like
maybe
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah. So why didn't you whisk the egg, though?
Because I'm just scrambling it, so it's not like we're frying it.
So
it's just more like egg sauce.
So this is the salsa.
Yes.
Okay. You make this on low heat or?
Yes, just low heat.
Low heat, okay.
Then once we're done with that, then we'll now mash our avocado.
But
we're not adding it to it.
Okay, I was going to say.
Just for the toppings.
For topping. Oh, yes, so is it going to make the egg like fuller?
No, it's just part of, like, once I'm packing everything up, you would
see that.
So
what if someone who doesn't like avocado?
If you don't like avocado, you can use any other, or you can even, it's actually optional.
Okay.
Because the tostones is just the plantain.
Oh, okay.
Frying it twice, but obviously you cannot just eat it that way. So depends on what you want to use to
mix and match.
Exactly. So
oh, okay.
Get it.
Well, so we're gonna keep preparing that, and we'll mash this. You don't want to go anywhere. I personally want to see how this is going to pan out because I haven't seen anything like this before. So stay with us. Wake Up Nigeria continues. You know, it's funny how time flies by when you're having so much fun. It seems like we've just blinked twice and 2 hours has gone by.
Yeah, I'm just here trying to keep my distance.
Keep your distance, please. Keep your distance. I don't want you anywhere near me.
Make sure that the 6 feet remains exactly.
Wow.
If you just tuned in, welcome Tokwe to the show. After
a much-needed break.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
Anyway, but the more the merrier. Thank you for joining us. But please note that the show kicks off at 6.
Yes, 6 a.m. sharp. As always, it's been a potpourri of activities, and still so much more is set to happen.
Now, remember the holy grail of safety. during this pandemic, nose mask, or face mask or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And the face mask, it can be made out of cloth. It can be the regular medical one that you buy from the pharmacy, but it's easy to make. So please, make sure that you have your face covered. And hand sanitizer, very important. And frequently washing your hands, really, really key in keeping safe this period.
Yes.
The cases of COVID-19 are rising in Lagos especially.
Yes.
My name is Yomi Ope.
And I am Tokwe Olonyo. Remember to stream with us live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Now you can check out the show also on YouTube.
Yes.
Clips of the show, clips of the kitchen, clips of our interviews.
Yeah.
And the entire show as well.
Yes,
you can find them on our YouTube channel. At TVC Entertainment.
You want to be like me and just want to go back and check some recipes that happened at the kitchen and try to create yours, you could go to our YouTube channel. You'll see so much of that there.
Yeah, very important. And also on Fridays, that's tomorrow.
Yay!
You can check out the guys.
Wake up extra for something extra at 2:30 p.m. It's an interesting time because you get to have a live experience of us chatting with your favorite celebrities. You can drop your comments and you might just be lucky to come on the chat.
Very important.
Yeah.
You guys should do giveaways tomorrow.
You like free things.
I do, actually. Anyway, what do we have for you for the rest of the show?
Yeah.
Topper's got that.
Yeah, for the rest of the show, we have art display. We have a self-taught art visual artist, Ini Oluwa, and a fast-rising art incubator and creative director of Iriri Studios.
And guess who's joining us this morning? The one and only Rick Hassani joining us via Skype as well. You know, on TV and even on radio as a musician, you never know who's watching you or who's listening. There was a time that Rick Hassani told a story on social media. He went to a strange country. I can't remember what country. It was a European country. And when he got there, he had his concert. He thought, okay, small concert, let's just go and perform, collect maybe $5,000 and going home.
Yeah.
And then he gets there and they're singing his song. They're singing along with him for all his songs. Now, this is a non-English speaking country.
Oh, wow.
Just like when J. Cole came to Nigeria and, all these university boys and the rest of them, they were at the concert and his new album, like they knew many of the songs word for word. So, sometimes all these kind of things. Yeah.
So, but you see that thing, I find it funny on both sides. On the side of the artist and mostly on the side of the artist.
Yeah.
Before you are called somewhere, you definitely have some following. There's a call. There's a reason why. That's why you see some people go to maybe St. Kitts and Nevis or something and then you wonder, why did they go there? People, you already have a fan base there for someone to want to invest in bringing you there.
Exactly.
Just like this thing happened when Usher came to Nigeria. Usher, so they hear stories about Africa.
Yeah.
So normally they tell them they think they'll come here and they'll see horse and they'll see
exactly.
They'll see one monkey jumping from one place to another. And so Usher goes, this is a true story. I'm not sure this is the exact song, but this is what happened. Usher goes like, oh, yo, I'm glad to be in Nigeria here. And I got this new song, something new from a stable sound. I just want to bless you with it. And he goes, I can't exactly remember the song, but this was what happened. He goes, you remind me of girl. Usher kept quiet on like this. I'm serious. This is what happened. Are you okay?
You say you want to bless us.
Keep quiet. So it does happen.
Yeah.
For the artists, they need to know that before you're called somewhere, you have a fan base there.
Yes.
You do have a fan base.
Very important. I mean, I remember also when, was it Jay-Z that came to Lagos? He just thought, okay, was he in and out? And suddenly, before you know it, he went to like 3 or 4 states. Because they kept inviting him. He went to Port Harcourt, he went to Kwara.
Yeah,
Kwara. Yeah. He went to Kwara State.
You know that Rihanna, them used to enter here. You'll be surprised. You just see them in Djibouti. You will be surprised. You gotta go to one wedding in Djibouti. They're expecting to see one
Rihanna.
Just Rihanna.
Unbelievable.
Don't try this country.
No, these guys, and they have the money. They will pay. They will pay.
Oh my God.
All right. Ibrahim is smiling like Ibrahim has seen Beyonce at a concert or something. If you just went to one and
election. Just saw Beyonce there or something. Ibrahim.
Don't worry, you find Beyonce in Chekpeteri. You know where that is?
Oh, yeah, Chekpeteri.
That's not your state.
Can they drive there?
All right, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control reported 587 new cases of COVID-19 from 18 states overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 735. Lagos recorded the highest figure with 155 new cases, followed by Edo with 75 cases, FCT 67, Rivers 65, Oyo 56, Delta 50, Bayelsa 25, Plateau and Kaduna 18 each new cases each. Enugu recorded 17 cases, Borno and Ogun 12, Ondo 7, Kwara 4, Kano and Gombe each had 2 new cases, while Sokoto and Kebbi had 1 case each. A total of 5,967 people have been discharged, while 469 persons have died from COVID-19 related complications. The upcoming governorship election in Edo State, as the Independent National Electoral Commission says, the 15 political parties that have indicated interest to contest must conclude their primaries in the next 10 days. Chairman of the agency, Mahmoud Yakubu, insists the deadline for the conduct of the primary election would not be extended beyond the 27th of June. He says while the conduct of the primaries will be sole responsibility of political parties, electoral officials will monitor the process as required by law. The chairman also insists that every eligible candidate must meet conditions provided in the relevant section of the Constitution. This constitutional requirement entails that a candidate nominated by a political party must be a Nigerian citizen by birth and must have attained the age of 35 years. A candidate must be a member of and sponsored by a political party and must be educated to at least school certificate level or equivalent. INEC says adherence to these clear constitutional provisions is compulsory in order to avoid the unnecessary litigations that follow the nomination of candidates, some of which are still pending before the courts. And the federal government has concluded plans to concession 10 major highways in the country. Minister of Works Babatunde Fashola stated these on Wednesday while presenting details of the project to the National Assembly Joint Committee on Works. Mr. Fashola says the project, titled Highway Development and Management Initiative, is anchored on a private sector engagement. The minister maintained that investors would carry out the development and management of the road networks. He says the rationale behind a private sector engagement is that it would provide an avenue to mitigate paucity of funds, which has hindered roads development in the past. The minister says the first phase of the project will attract a capital investment of 163.323 billion naira at a cost of about 16 billion naira per each of the 10 roads. In Kano State, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje says the party is very conscious about the legal aspect of the disqualification of his counterparts in Edo State, Godwin Obaseki. Governor Ganduje disclosed this while responding to questions from journalists during a media parley. He is optimistic that the APC will win election in Edo State as it is perfecting all plans in that respect.
The national headquarters, as far as Kano State is concerned, is doing all what it takes in order to see for the success of APC in Edo State election.
And that's the news today on Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back to the kitchen. Chef Natido has been giving us some chef moves.
Yeah.
To be very honest, yeah, not until today did I know the use of this. What do they call this?
Masha.
The masher.
Yeah.
Not until today, yes. If you did say it was a masher, now it now sounds like I'm supposed
It's just to mash.
know. Yeah, so while we were away, Chef Natido, of course, sliced the plantain, and he glazed it with plantain, with cinnamon. But we're going to go on a break. When we come back, we're going to give a clear analysis on everything that happened. Okay, let's We are back to the plantains. Yes, we just had a slight technical error there, but we are back like we never left. Yes, I was telling you guys how I didn't know that this was a mashup, but it's okay. We learn every day. Chef Nasido has taught me today. Now, I like the fact that he glazed it with cinnamon. Why did you do that?
So as to give it some flavor, so it's not just blank.
Okay.
Instead of you adding salt, although people, it's not really addressable, but just to give it a little bit flavor. So as you're eating it, it's not just plantain. So just have some little flavor.
But funny, considering the fact that he said it was unripe plantain, it looks like ripe plantain.
Yeah, it's just
right now.
But it's not that soft. Ripe plantain.
And then we've mashed the avocado.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to, what are we going to do with the avocado and the plantain?
We are going to assemble everything.
Everything?
Yes, plus the salsa.
Is it going to be like a burger?
No. It's not piling up.
It's not piling up. Okay.
Not piling up.
So, guys, I'm sure you've been wondering why I'm so into this. I've never seen anything like this, and that's why we have amazing chefs on the show. They always bring recipes that will blow your mind, and this is already blowing my mind. Now, if you want to catch up on everything that has been going on in the kitchen and the whole of the show as a whole, you can just visit our YouTube page, tvcentertainment.tv, and you can catch up with Wake Up Nigeria's today's segment on what we're preparing in the kitchen. And guess what? Interestingly, you can make this with 1,000 naira or less. You have your plantain, your bell peppers, your eggs, your avocado. If you're going to add chicken, it's probably cost you like 2,000 naira. You could use fish as well, grill it as a side. It's not even part of like the main dish itself. So now we're arranging. Assembling time. Okay. So this, a bit of the egg, the salsa. Yes. That's the tomato, peppers, and eggs. Yeah. Okay. Chef Natido giving us hot. So when I was at home and I was watching the show and I was so pained that I couldn't taste the food. Now I know how you at home are feeling because this happened to me the entire last week. Audio tasting. People like Mike won't taste this food today. Sure. Because Mike is fasting. If he's not fasting, he will start fasting today.
He has to pray for us.
He has to pray. So we're putting the avocado. Did you season the avocado with anything or just plain?
Yeah, just plain.
Okay. This is colorful as well.
It's something you can also give your kids
in the morning. In the morning, yeah.
Yeah, so just have some of this. Just put it on top. And for the vegetables and the onions, I actually seasoned it with little of the spices that I use for, so it will not just be raw, so you can actually eat it.
Okay.
Just that. So it's just a really nice little breakfast you can have at home.
Home, yes.
Yep.
1,000 naira breakfast. As you're working virtually or remotely from home,
your stomach is not on lockdown.
Exactly, your stomach is not on lockdown. 1,000 naira will go a very long way. Yep. And this can feed more than one person. I mean, we still have so much of the plantain, the egg, the peppers, the avocado.
And the plantain, I didn't even use all the plantain that I bought. So.
I mean, you could get a bunch of plantain for 500 naira, and you get like 3 or 4.
Yeah. This.
Where's gloves? I'd like to make one. Let me wash my hands.
Yeah, you can wash your hands and do one yourself.
I hope we're focusing on this, please. Let's focus on it. If you're at home and you're trying this recipe out, you have to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
And also you can, if you have all this minced meat, you can also use it instead of your salsa.
Okay.
The main thing is just the frying of the plantain twice. Every other thing you can always substitute.
Okay.
And that's the beauty of cooking.
Yes. I have to try one, Chef. That's why I've washed my hands, wearing my gloves.
So, let the teacher watch
let
the student.
Which are the teacher now? I was about to say, let the real chef. Let me show you how we do it in chef land.
Okay.
In chef country. Hey, just people.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Is that how you used to teach?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Use this spoon. Can I use this same spoon?
Sure.
Okay. I hope you are watching. I'm opening my restaurants today. I've already poured it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Would remain small for Mike.
No, Mike, I told you he's fasting. Okay.
That's just let me spread it.
Spread it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then my bell peppers.
And put the chicken in the middle.
It's a meal.
As the obalode.
This thing feels like I'm writing an exam that will question my life and all I stand for.
I've settled some matters this morning.
I've settled some values. Wait now. So I can put this in between them now, like in betweeners. Yeah. You see? Yeah. Put green here, put red here, put green here. Hello, people.
I'm giving 8 over 10.
I'll rate you. Welcome to Chef Tokwe's Kitchen. Did you see my plating skills?
You only did one, no, I did 3.
It's a lie. I did all. You put only this red one. I put everything. Please, allow me to be great.
Okay, let me allow you shine. 10 over 10.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing this with us. This was really interesting to learn and beautiful to watch. And guess what? You can do this at home. You know, we're going to go on a quick music break. When we come back, Wake Up Nigeria continues.
Thank you for staying through with us up until now. Now we have Iniolua, who is a self-taught visual artist. He's the creative director at Iriwi Studios, a fast-rising art incubator, currently housing several brands across visual arts, interior design, fashion, photography, and so much more. Hello, Iniolua. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah. Is it raining where you are? Can you hear me?
No, it's not raining here today.
Okay, all right, good. So,
it's raining over there.
But yeah, it's quite very, it's raining cats and dogs here and all of that. How are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Am I audible enough? Okay, whenever you can, just speak up. We have some issues, pardon us please, due to the heavy rains, you know. I used to love the rains, but these days, I don't know what's up with the rain.
I'm doing okay, I'm doing very good.
All right, Iniolua, you are a visual artist, a self-taught visual artist. How did it all start for you? When did you start teaching yourself? When did you start learning?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. It's taking some time for my voice to be relayed to him, so I'm waiting to see if he can. Iniolua, you pick up whenever you can. Pick up whenever you can. You're here with us. So at one point, Tokwe and Natido were the ones for me art display. They were doing art display with that food there. That food was looking very, very arty. And so I was thinking that, okay, since we have these guys, why should we bother about our display? We'll get to Iniolua as soon as we can. Pardon the technical errors, of course, we cannot account for the weather. It's really, really, really raining here. But they were doing a lot with that thing. Natido was feeling like an artist. Instead of you to just stay in your chef's zone, was feeling like an artist, decorating and all that. And then what did you say, 1,000 naira? 1,000 naira for breakfast? Okay, this is me.
1,000 or less.
Yes. 1,000 or less.
Chicken in this thing.
Aside the chicken.
Aside the chicken. Okay.
So with the chicken,
okay. Now, this is breakfast for me now. This is breakfast. Confirmed breakfast, 6 to 6 breakfast.
Confirmed.
Though. See, we're going 80 naira.
Spaghetti, 30
with naira. There's no spaghetti. We're going 80 naira.
Okay.
They'll put everything inside. Agege bread, 70 naira. Right? Pure water. Wait now. There's 17 around. Okay. You say, but that one that has is in between the soft one and the strong one. It's just middle resistance.
Yeah.
But then 2 pure water. You understand? There's one particular brand that is 60 cl, not the 50 cl brand. 2 pure water, 60 cl.
So how much is that? How much is that total?
You're looking at like 170, 180.
180 naira for break. So
it's never up to 200.
What's the best breakfast? What's the best breakfast you can eat with 200 naira?
I've given you. I've just told you now. Ewa going, I get bread.
Yeah, that's.
Ewa going and I get bread.
I've told you.
If you have everything, some of with 200 naira.
No, if you were buying it. If you were buying it.
Buying breakfast, you can buy yam.
Oh, yam.
Yeah.
So 100 naira yam. And
you can have egg.
100 naira yam and eggs. Mike.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that Ewa going.
Yam and egg. Which is that egg matured egg? You need to go. Yam and egg, 100 naira.
Yeah.
You know one egg is 50 naira already. So that egg is immature egg or something.
Yeah.
All right, but you know what? While we're doing this, let's get your thoughts on social media. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let's just do Twitter. We might not have so much time to go.
Yeah, let's ask our viewers.
Let's do Twitter.
If they were going to eat breakfast for 200 naira, what would they buy?
What's the cheapest? You know what? Just let me know. What's the cheapest breakfast that you can put together? How much would you spend? And then also, for the return of football yesterday, Arsenal up against Man City, or Man City at home. What were your thoughts about yesterday's match, right? Let's know. And David Luiz, right? Let's know what are your thoughts. It's trending. Arsenal is trending. So let's just check out some of these trends while we're waiting for a response.
People were extremely upset about Arsenal's dismal display yesterday.
It was not Arsenal, it was David Luiz. David Luiz. I'll have Mian here tomorrow. Mian is an Arsenal fan. I'll probably have 2 Arsenal fans, maybe Mian and Olamide. Yeah. And we'll try that. It's going to be fun. But today is Aubameyang's birthday, of course, Arsenal captain. It's his birthday today. He had a very terrible birthday present yesterday. Happy birthday, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Gabonese international, 31-year-old. He's been doing quite well for Arsenal. It seems like he might leave. But hey, come on. That's it. Arsenal is trending. Let's go on Twitter and let's check out some trends there and what some people had to say about yesterday. Business time. Which kind of business? When they're flogging you, that is business. Okay.
Yeah. While you're doing that, Topper is going to be telling us about 200 naira for breakfast. What would you buy?
Ewa going.
I've not even finished talking.
No, 200 naira really well.
17 naira bread or 100 naira bread.
No, 7 naira will finish the money.
Yeah.
We'll buy Ewa going 100 naira.
Right.
Then we'll buy bread 50 naira. So you put the Ewa going inside the bread. That's 150. Then you buy cocoa 50 naira.
So life is not that expensive in Nigeria.
No. Hot, ready breakfast to start your day. Okay.
Experience, guys. Okay, Mike, do you have social media?
Yeah, social media here. This is at Darwin_wisdom says, Peter Drury, David Luiz is more of a pandemic to Arsenal than the coronavirus. I'm sure you definitely see that. That's Peter Drury saying David Luiz is more of a pandemic to Arsenal than the coronavirus. And this is the GIF, this is the image that is used to talk about that. And yes, what do you think about David Luiz's performance yesterday? Was it out of the blue, or is this what we've come to know him for? Okay, was it? And Nicole this is prior to the match. She said, "Please win. Thanks, love you, Arsenal." No, Arsenal didn't win. They were flogged. Okay, wow. And then this is at Sky Sports. At Sky Sports Premier League says, "I took the decision to play. I should have taken the decision over that last 2 months, but I didn't." David Luiz admits he was at fault for Arsenal's defeat at Man City and hints at contract decision after a dismal night at Etihad. If you were Arsenal board, would you offer David Luiz a contract extension, Yomi? Would you give him a new contract?
I wouldn't, because of the comment he made, hinting at the contract extension. I mean, this is a match, so if you have work to do, focus on that and then go and negotiate or do whatever you need to do later on. I'm not sure that was a good attitude to have.
Okay, let's see this one. This is at Asablog. 2 injuries in the first 22 minutes and 4 subs. David Luiz, disaster class. Defensive mistakes, down to 10 men. Leno Herricks, 11 minutes of injury time in which we concede. Lose 3-0 to Manchester City. Arsenal are back, baby.
So
Arsenal are back.
So they're basically saying that's a standard Arsenal. for you.
Okay, I love this one. This is from Mikel Arteta. It says, I want to delete the game from the hard drive. Wait, this is not PS. This is real life. This is not PS4 or PS5. All right? I want to delete the game from the hard drive. A lot of things happened, and there isn't a lot of points to take away from this game. Just delete it. Start preparing the game tomorrow against Brighton, and that's it. What do you think about this? I don't know. Did Arteta really... Okay, this is... BBC Sport was tagged. Did Arteta really make such a comment?
I don't know. It just feels... I think it's just very shocking. But I don't know why it's shocking people that Arsenal had such a dismal
I'm not
performance.
surprised.
They're perennial heartbreakers. Everybody knows.
But you know, remember January 1st, 2020, Arsenal had a game and they won.
Yeah.
So if they could surprise us then, I mean, I just felt like, yesterday I felt like, you know what, we've had coronavirus, we need a breath of fresh air. Arsenal just surprise us.
Yeah, and I think the expectations were a bit too high, Mike.
Okay.
That's what happened last night.
Let's see if we can take this one. Final ones. Okay. At engineer_series says, anyway, good morning, Arsenal fans. And this is Arsenal fans. This is good morning for them. No, we need to see that again.
Okay.
Oh man, I am reposting this video. I will download it. I will use it tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow.
I think I need to show you.
Good. We're using this video. This is our intro for tomorrow's show.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I feel bad. Oh my days.
Oh no. I'll see if I can get a fuller version. This is definitely coming tomorrow. I mean, it's all football. That's what we love. The bands, the fun and all of that. But hey, come on.
What better way to show you that the Premier League is back?
Yeah, let me go join.
That's the way, right?
Let me come join you guys now.
Mike, join us in the kitchen.
Mike, our special guest.
No, I'm not. I don't want to be special guest.
I think we should watch that video one more time. Let's just watch that video one more time. Oh my goodness. Where?
Arsenal, come on.
How did they get the different? Did they use more than one face?
So that's Man City, that's Guardiola, Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne. Of course, that's Wooly. Wooly Agba's team. So they had that. It was so cool. I mean,
amazing.
We love football.
Arsenal should just come back and, you know.
Love football.
Yesterday,
so this is the kind of fun
happen.
that makes people able to cope with whatever is happening in the world.
It made me cope yesterday, man. So about this one now, I just made my morning because watching the match yesterday, man, Arsenal fans, they were just quiet. My friends were like 4 of them, were quiet. Olamide couldn't talk. We'll see Olamide tomorrow. Okay, so it's been a wonderful time.
And Nathaniel, talk to us. Titi, talk about you were here with.
Wow.
You were here with
Chef Nathaniel.
The chef.
We made our.
So today
I cooked today, please. Chef Nathaniel just helped me.
Yeah,
but just embarrass me.
Okay, so today we actually did natidos tostones with avocado salsa. So we fried our plantain twice to get the base. Then we had avocado mashed. Then we fried our chicken and our vegetables, carrots, bell peppers, and onions.
Excellent. Let's our special guest, Mike Messi.
Superstar.
So you know I'm not used to this kind of food like that.
We're trying to upgrade you.
Exactly.
Want to touch you up.
He just went straight for the chicken.
chicken.
Anyway, big thank you to all our guests for joining us on the show today, and to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. And it's been...
Mike, you should use it for advert. That's straight out of the ad. Straight out of the ad.
No. Who is
this one? Who is this?
Very breaking ball.
Wow.
That's how you take it. Well, nice one. Great one.
Yeah, well done, Chef.
Wonderful.
Nice one.
Wonderful.
And tomorrow, the Friday edition of the show is coming, and it's going to be strong.
As fans, don't wake up tomorrow, play, because the headache you have will turn into migraine. That's not fast tomorrow.
It's going to be a special show. Also at 2:30 tomorrow.
Yes, we have Wake Up
Live.
Extra. You definitely don't want to miss that. We're going to see you tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. to 8:45. The best breakfast show in Africa. Wake Up Nigeria. Mwah.
See you there.